Good afternoon and welcome to the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce's Uniquely Urbandale. For Webcast One Live, I'm J. Michael McCoy, and today I have a very special guest in my studio. She is the owner of Mollys Cupcakes, which are located at 213 East 3rd Street. I would assume that's in the East Village.
Correct.
All right. Get right up on that microphone for me, kiddo. And her name is Courtney Callahan. And Courtney is originally from Dubuque. How long have you been in Des Moines?
I have been in Des Moines, moved here just for the store, so about 3.5 months now.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
Well,
I'm a newbie.
We'll have to talk about whether you like Des Moines or not.
We will.
All right. So, why Mollys Cupcake? I mean, you must really believe in this product because you moved from, is Dubuque your hometown?
Dubuque is my hometown.
All right.
So
you
yes.
moved from your home, mom and dad and everybody there, you left them to come here for Mollys.
Pretty much, yeah. I actually started working for the store in Iowa City when I went to school there. So I had already kind of, moved away from home and took that step into Iowa City. But just kind of really took it as a part-time gig. I was in journalism school there. And
we'll need to talk about that later.
And opted to go the cupcake route in my life. Once the owner of that store, Jamie, who is the majority owner in Des Moines as well, once she sort of brought the idea to me. So we kind of rolled with it for a year, started coming down and looking at shops while I was still working for her after I had graduated. And then we just rolled into it and found our spot right next to the Iowa Tap Room in the East Village. And it's been about a whole year's process, but we've been open now for a little over a month.
Yeah, it takes about a year to get one of these open.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I'm gonna show you these cupcakes, and Frank, I don't know how you're gonna do this. I don't know if you want me to hold these up and then you zoom in on my camera, but there you go, Frank. Zoom in on that, would you? These are incredible. Now, what kind do we have here?
Okay, so starting from the top right, we have a lemon raspberry.
Okay, well, hold on. Which one is that? Is that the one right up here? No,
the
that's
top
the one
right.
over here.
Yep, the one with the raspberry on top, and that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Should have known it has.
But you can't see
a
them
lemon
now.
and a raspberry on it.
Right.
Okay.
The one to the left of that looks a little toasted is a s'mores cupcake.
Okay.
Right below that is the Ron Bennington, which is a chocolate and peanut butter one. And then we've got...
Who?
So the original store in Chicago named it after a radio personnel that gave them a bunch of free publicity. Ron Bennington. And he helped him out. They're friends with him. He helped him out when they first opened. So they named their bestseller after him, which is chocolate and peanut butter. And then to the right of that is one of our bestsellers as well. It's a Cookie Monster. So it has cookie dough in the center.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, tell me about this cupcake craze.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a dessert person, but I'm becoming one because people buy these and have them for desserts at parties and stuff like that.
Yeah. So when you walk into the store, you can choose from about 14 different of what we call center-filled cupcakes. So the ones I brought you today are filled, and those are what we have every day.
So inside the cake, there is goo.
There is a filling. Goo, maybe, if you'd like to describe it as that, but otherwise...
I meant that in a very good way,
I
Courtney.
hope, yeah.
A good goo.
An oozing of goo, yes.
An oozing of good goo.
An oozing of goo.
Okay.
And all of them are unique to the cupcakes themselves. So other ones, the one is filled with peanut butter. One's filled with cookie dough. A lot of fruit kind of purees and things like that.
All right. Now, is that a deal where you inject it into there, or is it baked with a hole, or how do you do that?
So, no, we are still pretty... we're not as advanced, and we literally cut holes in them in the morning. That's part of the routine of the morning decorators. We call them center fillers.
Okay.
They come in, and they literally hole out the cupcakes, fill them, frost them, decorate them, get them ready for the store. So,
wow,
it's quite the assembly line.
And there has to be some artistic traits in these people too, right? They can't just be assembly line workers.
Yeah, after about like a couple training sessions, if they're gonna be good at frosting, if they're gonna have the eye kind of thing. So we weeded them out that way, but we've got a great great staff currently that are decorating them.
Okay, so this is this started in Chicago originally, and you and Jamie, what's Jamie's last name?
Skinner.
You and Jamie worked together in Iowa City. She owned the Iowa City one and the North Liberty one.
Correct.
And gave you an opportunity to earn a little sweat equity or buy into the Des Moines store. So are you an entrepreneur? Are you a cupcake freak? Are you where does your passion come from here?
Yeah, I'd say I fell in love with the product when I worked for it. Having to try taste test things, of course, isn't the worst job to have. And then I really liked the entrepreneur part of it, that side of it, of working and growing relationships with different businesses that we meet, kind of taking on a new role in a community that we hadn't been in yet, that was going to be different than our Iowa City store. It was going to be different than what I was used to for a lot of reasons other than just the store itself.
Sure.
And taking that and then seeing what we could do here that was different and new that we did in our Iowa City store.
All right, so what's your role in the operation of this store?
I'm the manager there as well.
Okay.
And I work.
Does Jamie live in Iowa City?
She still lives in Iowa City, usually comes once a week kind of ordeal. But yeah, I manage the staff of about 20 people. Got a lot of part-timers, overnight bakers, people working up front and that kind of thing. And then I also just work with the customers. We do weddings and events. So I'm also that kind of role, and I do our marketing too. So I wear a lot of the hats.
Do you have an outside salesperson?
No, we do not.
Will you eventually?
No, probably not, to be honest. It'll probably just be me. I do have a co-manager, so we're able to kind of break up what we both thrive in and really kind of strategize that.
Okay.
So right now it's just a woman operation going on.
One woman operation.
A couple woman operation.
All right. Okay, here's a question. Why Mollys? I mean, there are these things popping up all over, right? So why Mollys?
You can fill any cupcake or whatever it is with a peanut butter, and it's going to probably be good to the vast majority of people. But down to our cake is what I think has kept us. We make everything from scratch daily. We bake overnight. Everything's baked fresh, made fresh. So I think that's what distinguishes us. And then when people are hooked on the product and they come back for either the overall theme of the place or kind of our mission statement of helping schools and it being named after a school teacher, it's kind of a throwback vibe when you walk in. You can play board games.
Tell me that story a minute about being named after a school teacher.
Yeah. So John, the founder of the company, named it after his third grade teacher who would always bring in cupcakes and it was someone's birthday. Something that can't happen now every day in schools especially, but that was a special thing the teacher got to do. So he named it after her, and the whole store is just a reflection on her. We have swing seats at the bar that are literally swings. You can get your coffee and your cupcake. We have old board games, old lunch boxes.
You're an eat-in place too.
We are, yes.
Oh, okay.
We are an eat-in place. We have probably seating for about 20 to 25 people.
Okay.
If it's tight. But, we have about half and half. People that, especially on the weekends, walk in and in the mornings would have, some coffee and a cupcake or an eclair or something. But then we do have a handful of people who walk in and take stuff to offices nearby or whatever that is.
Do you brew your own coffee, or have you partnered with some other brand?
We have partnered with another one that we use called Couture Coffee.
Okay.
They're based out of Sioux City. And we use them in our Iowa City store and have really liked it. They kind of made their own blend for us. So we use that. Nothing like local to Des Moines, but still Iowa.
So, it's Iowa.
Yeah.
So tell me about Courtney Callahan. What does she enjoy doing in her off time when she's not, surrounded by cupcakes and employees?
Yeah. In my off time, I'm a huge music buff. So I really have been I live right across the street from Hoyt Sherman Place. So I've gone to a couple shows there, a couple comedy shows as well. And I haven't, being only here for about 3.5 months and coming just to open the store, I haven't had a whole lot of time to dabble in things that I want. But I used to sing a lot, and I really want to find my way back into that. So doing that kind of things. And then I'm also pretty active. So I like to go hiking, or I want to join maybe the bike scene kind of thing. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to yet, just because my time was spent elsewhere. But
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. All right. Now, you said music. What kind of music?
More alternative rock, kind of folk music.
So when you sing, what do you enjoy? What singer do you think you sound like?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm kind of more of like, so I used to be in musicals and things, so I have kind of that more of a voice.
Okay.
But the bands I listen to are more like kind of rock inspired. One's called Dawes.
I'm old, Courtney.
So let's see.
Dawes
Okay,
is-
like
Can you give me something from like the 90s at least?
I can, yes.
Dave Matthews.
Yeah, Dave Matthews.
Okay,
That
I
would
know
be-
who that is.
Okay, so I don't sound like him, of course, but yeah, I actually like Dave. I went to a concert of his last summer.
All right, so if you could wave your magic wand and Courtney Callahan could do anything for her life, what would it be?
I'd want to be on Broadway.
Okay.
I would.
Has anybody told you about our community theater?
I know.
Okay.
I've heard of one of them.
Des Moines Community Playhouse, 42nd
Yep.
and 235. You'll love it there.
Okay.
They really, really do. I'm not a thespian by any means, but they really do a good job. I very rarely miss any of the shows. There's some good people here in town that you
Okay.
could get involved with.
Cool.
Good people, too.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
That's good to know.
Okay. Courtney Callahan, make sure you say hi to her. Are you guys open 7 days a week?
We are 7 days a week.
And I bet you're working 7 days a week.
You know it.
All right. Go in, and what's your favorite cupcake?
My favorite cupcake is the creme brulee cupcake.
Ooh. Do you have the little burner thing? That
Yes, we torch the top with sugar. It gets nice and caramelized, and then we stick a big blackberry on it.
All right, folks, there you go. I hope I made you hungry. It's Mollys Cupcakes, 215 East 3rd, down there in the East Village. That's in Des Moines. If you've got friends in North Liberty or Iowa City, tell them. There's one there, too. And Courtney Callahan is one of the owners, and you make sure you say hi to her. You also, I should say, too, you also have full-blown pies.
Full pies, full cakes, full cheesecakes. We do ice cream in the summer. We have coffee, a full espresso bar, and pretty much anything in between.
All right, I'm coming down. All right, for the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce, I'm J. Michael McCoy. This has been Uniquely Urbandale.